Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to start this new topic, that is coherence and cohesion, and further we are going to talk about cohesive devices. So let's have an introduction of the words. The words cohesion and coherence are often used together with a similar meaning, and which relates to how an academic text joins together to make a unified whole. Academic writing is improved by coherence and cohesion, and without these things, readers will become confused and eventually disinterested in the article. The ideas then become lost, and the primary objective of writing is not achieved because cohesion and coherence basically gives unity to paragraph or any other article. The last point is that although they are similar, they are not the same. You can create cohesion by using different cohesive devices, and which ultimately leads you to coherence. So what is coherence? It is achieved when sentences and ideas are connected and flow together smoothly. Coherence allows the reader to move easily throughout the essay from one idea to the next, from one sentence to the next, and from one paragraph to the next paragraph. Coherence relates to the organization and connection of ideas and whether they can be understood by the reader. And here the point to note is that it deals at the macro level features of a text, like topic sentence, thesis statement, summary, and in the concluding paragraph, and other bigger features, including headings such as those used in reports. So it deals with if the sentences are properly organized in a paragraph. And when we talk about an essay or an article, coherence means that that we are going to see if all the paragraphs are connected together in a logical manner. Cohesion is linking together different parts of a written text, and the word has come from cohere, which means to stick together, and therefore it is to ensure that the words in sentence in a text are stick together. Cohesion relates to the micro level of the text. That means we are going to look at the words and sentences and see how they are joined together. In writing, cohesion is use of repetition, pronouns, or transitional expressions, etc. to organize the text. Think about if there is no cohesion in a text. Like read this example: the sun is shining, who is your neighbor? I'll lift the washing in the machine, without doubt she will succeed. So it's just that all the sentences, all the ideas are jumbled up in the passage. So we cannot call this a text, and the sentence lack cohesion and coherence. There are two types of cohesion. Number one is lexical cohesion, that is, related words are chosen to link a text together, and lexical is related to meanings of the words. And then we have grammatical cohesion, that is, we are going to compose words, phrases, and clauses in an organized way to achieve grammatical cohesion. So coming towards lexical cohesion, it has further two types: repetition and collocation. Let's have a look at this. Repetition is to use the same word or synonyms, like in the example you can see get ready, get set, go. So here we have repeated the words get. And then number two, rain, rain, go away. It's just to create focus in the writing. Coming towards example number three, the most important part of an essay is the thesis statement. The thesis statement introduces the argument of the essay. So another idea of creating repetition is that you are going to use the same word or phrase at the end of one sentence and then use the same word or phrase in the beginning of the next sentence. Then coming towards example number four, teenagers face an enormous amount of peer pressure from friends and schoolmates. As a result, many young adults are exhibiting signs of fear, stress, or depression at an early age. So here, the repetition is created by using synonyms. The first word, teenagers, in the next sentence is replaced by many young adults. And this is just to create variety as well. Then we have collocation. Collocation is using the same words that typically go together, and you are familiar that these words will come together. Like we have different phrases: once upon a time, take a test, giving someone advice, make a bet, to take a risk. So normally these verbs come with the other nouns that are used here. Then we have types of grammatical cohesion. Here we have four types: referencing, ellipsis, substitution, conjunction. Number one is referencing. Referencing means an item in a sentence, and this item may be mentioned early. Pronouns are used for this purpose. We have anaphoric reference and cataphoric reference. Anaphoric reference is when something refers back to someone or something. I went out with Joe on Sunday. She looked sad. So she here refers to Joe, which is already mentioned in the text. Then we have cataphoric reference. It refers forward in the text, like after he graduated in the college, Ahmed worked in a hospital. So he is referring to Ahmed, which is used later in the text. Then we have ellipsis. Ellipsis is that certain words are omitted or deleted after a more specific mention. It's a way to reduce repetition. Coming towards the example, would you like to have some more tickets? I have three. Three means three tickets, but we have deliberately deleted tickets to avoid repetition. Another example is, where are you going? To market. The answer is just to market instead of I'm going to market, because it's just to avoid a long sentence and to avoid repetition, the answer is just to market. Number 3 is substitution. Substitution means replacing words, and it also reduces repetition like ellipsis. The word is not omitted but substituted for another. Substituted means replaced for another word. Coming towards the example, which ice cream would you like? I like the pink one. One refers to ice cream, so we have replaced one with ice cream. Do you think it will rain soon? I hope so. Again, so refers to the whole idea that yes, it will rain soon, okay? Number 4, the last one is conjunction, and conjunction ties the meanings of parts of utterances to achieve coordination between clauses and sentences. Like here is an example for you. Ahmed is the smartest student and he has got the highest grades in all subjects. So the first sentence is linked to the second one with the use of and. Yet he failed his physics test. And then the second sentence is linked to the third one with the use of yet. Now he thinks of taking extra lessons for physics. Because he wants to get good marks in physics, he takes private lessons, okay? So all these words, and, yet, now, because, they are conjunctions because they are linking different clauses and sentences. Now we are moving towards functions of cohesive devices. So there are different functions of cohesive devices. Number 1 is to show addition. You can look at the example, our health is based on balanced diet. Moreover, we should do a little exercise to be fit. So here we are adding something to the main idea. Number 2 is to show contrast. Although he is very smart, he can pass this exam. Here, the two clauses are contrasted with the use of although. To show result, consequence, cause or effect. It was such a great movie that I watched it 3 times. So we have used 2 words, such and that, and to show the cause and effect. Next purpose is to show purpose. We all spoke in low voices for fear of waking up the baby. Here the word for is used for showing the purpose. Next one is to show comparison. I can speak Spanish. Similarly, my brother can speak Spanish. Okay, so here similarly it's showing comparison, that I can do this thing and my brother can also do the same thing. Next one is to give examples. I like birds such as parrots and sparrows. The other function of all these cohesive devices is to generalize. In most cases, people don't like getting up early. Here we are giving generalization. To emphasize means to focus. Our trip was certainly a success. Here certainly is just to stress the idea. Last one is to show listings introduced in a series. First boil some water, then secondly add a tea bag and a little sugar, finally put some milk, the tea is ready. This is using transitional words to show listings or to show a sequence.